So I want us to talk about marital dating. Since you are getting married very soon, so dating time has to do with you getting to know one another very well. And in the area of dating, there are some issues that you need to sort out, before moving to courtship level and before getting married. So in the area of the dating issues, we have boundaries, we have cultural differences, then we have acceptance, family acceptance. Just like now, me, I'm a Yoruba person. Probably maybe you are from Edo. Probably maybe are the families, are they willing to accept intercultural marriage? So you think about that, and then health abilities. Probably you go for blood test. What's your genotype? What's your husband's to be's genotype? So that you'll be able to know that is it possible for you people to get married. And boundaries. What are the boundaries to set? Is it that probably maybe no family members can come and live with us, or okay, family members that can come has to do with probably maybe okay, one from your own side, one from my own side. So those are boundaries that must be set. And how money, how are we going to spend money? Is it going to be is it going to be in a joint account, or is it going to be from different accounts? Then, lastly but not the least, is sexual abilities. How are we going to handle our sexual life? For some people, probably maybe it's twice a week. For some people, maybe it's once a week. For some people, maybe it is every day. So, in the field of dating, we just have to, sort all these things out before you now say, okay, let's move to courtship level or let's get married. So, do you have any question on what I've said? Or what do you want to say? What do you think?
Everything you said is very important to consider. It's very, very important because at least the compatibility is very important. We must be sure that they're compatible. Unlike, let's say, I'm a type of person that like a calm person, and this person is not a calm person at all, there might be problem. And then like about family acceptance and intercultural evaporate that you said, it's happening nowadays. It's just that I must have been sure of that from my side, that any time I take home, they take it. I should have known that already. Or maybe probably, let's say, love have already entered and one doesn't want to just break. So probably we might still take each other home and see our parents' opinion concerning that. I don't think that should be an issue at all. I don't think that because I'm a Yoruba, is Igbo should bring an issue. I don't think so. In as much as two of us love each other. And the AIDS too is important because this issue of genotype you mentioned is seriously important.
SS, AS.
To prevent SS. So we need to know it. Unlike my own genotype is genotype. Because if it's AS, I'm AS, we are sure that there's going to be a problem because there is tendency for us to have SS. And before the love begins to enter the head, that the two will not be able to break again, it's good to sort all these things out at least and now see if they are good to go and where it will lead them to. It's very, very important so that we won't just start building something that when we build it and love has already been developed and it's difficult to break up, and coming together will become a problem in the future. It's better we iron things out now that things are still fresh, love is not yet there, things is still controllable. So I think all these things is important to consider.
Then in the area of compatibility, probably there are some issues on ground that they'll just say incompatibility. In the area of compatibility, you understand that we are more or less, very close, and your ways are my ways, sort of. You understand? I mean, that's when we can say that probably maybe we are compatible. We are compatible. So what can you really say about compatibility?
I must be sincere with you. That compatibility aspect is important to me because I can't have someone that we opposite each other. That have a problem at all. Unlike, for instance, what he likes, what I likes, how he eats. All these things cause problem at home. Is he outgoing type? And me, I'm somebody that I'm not outgoing. Is he a religious person, or not? None. All these things is important to consider. And some people that makes friends a lot. There are different kinds of people become, and me, I'm the type that I just don't want any. We need to consider this aspect, and it's not a thing that we can just know once. The more we are into each other, the more we are getting to know each other, the more we'll be able to know my like and my dislike, and I know his like and his dislike, and we'll be able to now come together and conclude, okay, we're good to go. So it's important to consider that.
Then in the area of sexuality, because it's like I'm being a Christian dating. It's against the rule, having premarital sex. It's against the rule having premarital sex. So probably, and definitely in the area of dating or courtship, I think it should be discussed too. Okay, sexuality, how do we go about it? Am I somebody that loves sex? Am I somebody that don't love sex? Or I'm a virgin. He's a virgin. You understand? So I think that maybe in the area of sexuality too should be talked about, and it should be, there should be an agreement on it.
Honestly, I don't know what to say because, like you said, they were not into it, and so they can't they can't.
Preempt.
Yes, honestly, because at least with the little knowledge I have about married people, when they not enter into it, it's completely different to how they view it or how they even think about it. Because they're not into it, they've not been doing it with each other, so they've not yet know their capacity. So maybe, and most marriage, I realize that maybe is the man that his own will be high, or the woman's own will be the one that is high, and they can't know until they start all these things and doing it. So I can't,
God will help us in that aspect. Then what about boundaries? Setting of boundaries. What do you think? What kind of boundaries do you think can be set? Okay, fine. One of the boundaries that that I like is that, okay, whatever happens, whenever we are in the bedroom, drop the phone. Like, you shouldn't have anything to do. Me and you understand now? So so from your own side from your own point of view, what kind of boundaries do you think you want to put into place?
There are so many boundaries.
Okay.
Even right from the relationship, it's common. Maybe the touching type,
the romantic type,
doing the all stuff. When the two people are not able to go, not really yet together. So there should be boundary that we are not going to touch each other until we get married, and we are not going to kiss each other until we get married. That's a boundary. And say in my house, you can't visit me late at night, and I can't come to your place late at night, and I won't like the situation whereby we'll always be alone to prevent ourselves from premarital sex. And at the same time, like what you said, it's good to ask each other that, let's say we even get married, me over Mario, I just want you and I
me and my husband,
all the time. I want attention, and then this is what I like. I need to be it's good to always ask each other, and each will say this is what I like, this and that. And like the phone matter that you mentioned, it's causing problem at home these days. You just see husband and wife are together, they've left home in the morning, they've departed. And when they come back together in the evening, after eating their meal, I think at least they should spend time together. So you don't see the husband picking his phone and chatting or doing some other things, and the wife is there needing his attention. So they should balance this thing. They should put things in place.
Then, lastly but not the least, is the area of cultural beliefs. And maybe, okay, in my own family now, they have twins, the family of twins. And it's like there's something called a YBH. Like, they normally do this kind of festival for the twins, in quotes, you understand? So, probably from your own side, there's nothing like that. It's this kind of Jim Christian love that they don't even believe in, probably eating Muslim food, eating whatever, eating blah, blah, blah. You understand? So what do you think about the cultural differences?
The cultural differences must be ironed out. It's important. That's why a Christian must go for Christian. Not solve problem. Because without that, and the Bible itself says, the unbeliever and the believer, there is no likeness between the two of them, and we should not be equally yoked with the unbeliever. So, for instance, now where they are doing such a thing, the two of us must be sure. See, if they are doing this in my own, I don't accept it. I don't believe in it, because it's very good to know my stand and to know his stand, so that there will not be arguments on certain issues that should have been ironed out. And if at all, and another thing I do also say is that, that men at times could keep secrets so that they don't want to lose the girl. So I think it's better we open up. If she's okay by her, she stay. And if it's not okay by her, she'll go. Than hiding things that need to be discussed and settled.
Okay. Then it's like, don't you think that this is where the area of compromising comes in? The area of compromising comes in this kind of thing that, okay, you know what, we'll do, probably maybe, okay, I love you, you love me, okay, they do this kind of thing in your family, and probably be, we don't have to be there. We don't have to be there, or probably maybe, we can always pray together, to break it. So where does compromising comes in this?
On that kind of a thing, me, I don't think I can compromise, because it's like it's idol to me. If I send my money to them, I'm involved. Whether I'm present or not, it's my money. It means I contribute to it, and I don't want my hand to be there, and I don't want anybody to do it on behalf of the children. And so it's better we both settle it. There are situations whereby we can compromise, but there are ones that I can't take. Once it look like idol is completely
worshipping of
against
idol.
Yes, against Bible standard, I can't.
So to crown it all, I mean, do you have anything to say, pertaining to dating, the Christian way of dating? Maybe a kind of a feedback, maybe in a sentence or two. Maybe.
Christian dating.
What do you understand by what
Jesus.
Okay.
Now they need to follow the Bible standard and the principles, but it's just as it's rare these days. It's very, very rare these days. It's rare.
It's like, to me as a person, I just believe that any relationship that doesn't involve God is not going to last. Because the foundation matters. The foundation matters a lot, because definitely along the way, it's going to be rocky, there can be challenges, there can be storms, but when God is the foundation, one can always go back to the source. And
that is where the issue of God you mentioned comes in. What is God saying about it? We've discussed about the compatibility, the genotype, the every other things that need to be considered, then what is God saying about it?
About the marriage.
Is God saying the two of us are good to go? Or the God is saying we are not for each other? Like what you said, that when marriage is not rocket thing, it's not always a smooth journey. There are storms in marriage. There are challenges to face in marriage, whether they like it or not. If it comes in, they'll face it. But if God is not there, at times it will shake or even lead to separation or divorce. But when God is there from the beginning of everything, they'll be able to go back to God. That you said the two of us are good to go with each other. That your hand is in it. Why is this happening? Or what's the solution for this thing on ground? But when such a thing like that is not there, it will look like sure then she play wrong person. Sure, I hope it's not this person's leg that is bringing this thing to me now. So it's good to involve God first before we now finalize on anything.
Okay. What about the wedding planning?
That one is a choice.
It's a choice, but okay. As a guy, maybe I just want something cool. Maybe like you, maybe you want something big.
Yeah.
They should invite my dad, they should invite who they should invite.
Like Chioma and Davido wedding. Like Chioma and Davido wedding, that kind of thing.
30 minutes.
Okay, this thing is important though, because yes, it's very important. At times, both family they will discuss it.
Okay.
That it's normal during the introduction.
Yes.
I mean during that time they discuss how it's going to be. But sometimes you realize that one family is doing opposite of what they both agree on. Because I've seen it happening. They said they both agree that this is how we're going to do it, but I later realize that they are doing otherwise. It's completely different from what they both agree on. So that is why they need to take their stand, and I think the man's family, the man should take his stand with his family and let them know that this is what we want, this is how we're going to do it. And the lady too, because what's the essence of something they did and later they run on to that. And they are now starving themselves at home and trying to clear the bills on that. So we should do things according to what we have.
To what we have, because most people they prepare for the wedding, they don't prepare for the marriage.
And marriage is important because that wedding is a day thing.
It's just a day thing. Then, lastly but not the least, role expectations. Who pays the bills? Definitely is the husband that should be paying the bills, but at times, do you believe in your money is your money, my husband's money is our money, but my own, or you believe in my husband's money is my money is my money is our money. The role expectations.
The mindset I have about that is that everything about him is mine, everything about me should be his also. Because why is it that my money is my money, but his money is our money? And the Bible itself says we are helpmates. So where does that one comes in then? So I think they should share things together.
6%.
It's not 20 minutes.
18.
A person, how can an interview with a person take that? 30 minutes.